friends, Andy Vegan. Today I want something really warming. That was my wish. Usually I begin with a fruit bowl in the morning or something, but I decided to eat fruit probably later, even if they say you have to eat fruit earlier. Food combining, you know. But you know, sometimes it can be all the other way around. I noticed that. Not as a rule, but it can be. For example, if I really like to have something warming and hardy, then I really eat fruit later. Just doesn't matter. Sometimes I have the feeling it's exactly what I need right now. And then I don't care about any rules about food combining. I just eat what feels right. And sometimes it really feels so good afterwards. And I was right. So that's as much as I have to say about food combining today. Really, food combining to me is about cooking. That is all about food combining. How to put the ingredients together to make it really delicious. Most important. Sometimes it is so easy. Today it's a little bit more complicated because I put so many ingredients together, and still I use the method of take three because I have three main parts. That's the big story. It's just to make it easy to learn for myself, to approach it in a systematic way. I begin with a small amount of ingredients. That begins with three. Cooking begins with three ingredients to me. I'm learning to cook now because three ingredients really make the first complex new flavor. Two, not so complex. Very easy to discern, but three is high complex as compared to two. So three is the beginning. So, and then every single ingredient can have another three ingredients too. Then it becomes a part. So three parts of the food today, and it is one of my favorite recipes, all-time favorite, has been when I was little. My mother made a wonderful pea soup. My daddy liked it. Was his favorite. Maybe that's why it was my favorite too, because I love my father. I don't know. Still, I love this pea soup because it was not vegan then. But now I made it into a vegan raw soup recipe. Very simple. It is, originally I call it 5 minutes pea soup. It was so easy, just blending frozen peas with hot water and some other ingredients. I will come to that in a minute, but I have some inlays now, some toppings, some decorations for this wonderful easy pea soup, and I have some spicy twists in there in the chili pea soup today that goes perfectly with peas together, but that comes later. First, I make a nice inlay with cauliflower rice, and here too I have a special addition to make. I have showed that in other videos too. That is not a big deal. It's just beginning with cauliflower florets. I have not so much today because it is only the inlay in a soup. It's not all a dish by itself. It is here. You see some florets. That's just the way it needs to be. You don't make it smaller. It doesn't need to be. And if you put more of these stems into the rice, then you will have it a little bit more bitter. If you don't care, if you don't mind, then put in more of the stems. You can even put some more of the leaves, the tender leaves outside the cauliflower florets. You can even take them. But the more you take, the more bitter it gets. That you have to know. That's all. I like it pretty tender today. I don't know. And I will make it, refine it a little bit. I could do this. Blend it, 1 round or so, dancing, or process it. It's done with the S-plate. See, this is the S-plate. This is for the rice. It's the best tool for the rice I know so far. But you can also do it with a chef's knife on a cutting board. Well, with the rice-like texture, you get it really perfect with this. And to make it a little bit more refined, I put 2 more ingredients in here. 2, also 3 ingredients. And that is a little bit up to you which way you would like to refine it. I use today a little bit of olive oil, just a drop. That's really not much. Some people don't like oil at all. They are correct because oil is not healthy. It's pure calories, pure fat, so not to recommend on whole food. But still, sometimes I use it just for the texture, not so much for anything else, just the texture. It will make a big difference. But if you still don't like oil, you can also put some cashew nuts in there. Would do the same effect. pretty much the same effect, just for the people who don't like oil at all. And a little bit of salt, and this is even less than the oil, just really the tip of a knife, yeah, just a little bit of, very little bit of the oil, of the salt, yeah, and that would be enough, because if you take too much of the salt into the rice, the cauliflower rice, it is overwhelming. Yeah. Just a pinch, really, not too much, very important. Yeah. Otherwise, you have this salty rice flavor that's really not nice. But especially with the cauliflower rice, it is less salt than any other dish I know. Just an idea. Yeah. Make sure, don't overdo. So I will down them very quick. I have to be very quick, otherwise the rice will turn into something else than rice. And I want to have a rice texture. Let's see. Oops. No more. Turn quick. In one turn you have to be quick, otherwise no more rice. See, this is what I have now. And what the oil or the cashew nuts and the salt does to the rice, it makes it a little bit more rice-like, as the cauliflower by itself, as a cabbage, turns a little bit into this cauliflower bitter flavor. If you cook the cauliflower in the house from times, we know that it smells all over the cabbage flavor. It's not very pleasant, we know. And this flavor is broken down a little bit with a little bit of salt, just any idea, and the fat. Yeah, makes a big difference. Yeah. Nice. Okay, put it aside. All right, now, put it right away into the bowl, where I will add the soup. Yeah. It's nice to use a scraper for this. The scraper comes together with the food processor. If you buy a good one, then you have some additional tools, and that will make do a good job, because I can reach into the corners of the container, and that's very versatile, very helpful. So I put that aside. So this is the rice I have. That's what goes into the soup, to make it a really, especially filling soup today. The pea soup is already pretty filling. It's very nice. That's because one of the reasons, because I like it so much, because it's filling and hearty. Here there are frozen peas, and I like the frozen peas because they're always available. That's all. If you have the fresh ones, of course, they are preferable. Yeah, usually. You can take the fresh ones. They are a lot more expensive. The frozen ones are very inexpensive. It's also a good reason. They're available and very inexpensive. Can have them through all the year. I have the peas at home in my freezer. Yeah, and very inexpensive. So that's a nice way to make a quick meal, very simple. So maybe a cup of peas, yeah, for one person, and half an avocado. Yeah, it could be also a quarter of an avocado. Yeah, I could begin with a quarter. Let's see if that works. Quarter of an avocado. And now the special seasoning. Usually I would take salt and pepper to make it very easy. Yeah, you have a little bit of Himalayan salt, a teaspoon or so. But today I have an onion, goes very nice with pea, and a chili pepper, but only half a chili pepper. Of course, it depends on the kind of chili pepper you have. This is not too hot, but it is a little bit hot. And not too much of the onion. Onion goes very nice with peas, and but it shouldn't be too much, otherwise overwhelming. Especially raw onions can be very strong in the flavor if you blend it. So give it only a small. This is a small onion, and even a quarter of that only. Not too much. And now, the thing. I put some water in there, as you can see, cold water, to cover the peas. And now, I have some cooked water, some boiled water, in my water cooker. It has been boiling just a minute ago. It's still very hot. And if I put that all into the peas, that would maybe be too cold, too hot for the peas, because it would turn them into cooked peas. I want to have a raw food soup. So, but I can use a little bit of the cooked water to make it a warm soup together with the frozen peas. It's ideal. I have here a centimeter, you know, or 2 centimeters above the piece, yeah, with the water. That should make a nice texture. Just an average, yeah. Not too much water, otherwise too liquid. So now I blend it and then see what happens. Maybe a quarter of the avocado was enough. I can already see that here. Taking more of the avocado would make the texture a little different. Now let's see the texture. Oh, awesome. It's a little bit runny. I used a little bit much water. So just I take the other quarter of the avocado, I put it just, I just try it. It doesn't matter. Again. Woo! Let's see if it works. Looks better now, the texture. Yeah, that's perfect. And I guess it doesn't matter that it's too much avocado. No. Wow, amazing. Very nice. So, that's all I want today. Here I have my rice. I put the pea soup on top. See? And now I would be done. But I have only 2 parts. So that was, I was calculating before, what I put into this pea soup, in addition to the rice. And that was here, peas. And they have been thawed, yeah, and some avocados, whole avocados, quartered or pieces, and some decoration. The other half of the chili pepper, seeded and chopped into small pieces, cubes, small cubes. So that's the inlay. To put it to serve it, I put the rice, the soup, here into a container, into a little bowl to serve it. Here. Together with the rice. And I take a spoon, put some of the peas inside. It's nice for the guests if they come. They can see what's in there, what's inside there. And some of the avocados on top to make it nicer. Maybe some more peas. And some of the chili peppers. So that's the way I would serve it. Just show you here. What do you say? Isn't that a nice picture? Yeah. I'm sure that will be warming today. Very nice and filling. And if I like, I can have a dessert with fruit. Although that would be enough for that dish today. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed and could take something away from it. And if you like, thumbs up. And even subscribe maybe. MD Vegan on YouTube. Have another recipe every single day. And you can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest and Twitter.